Oh, baby. Andy, we talk about player profiles. We talk about prospects coming out of college, and we talk about it being brought to you by Pietential, Pietential. That's Pietential.com. It's basically an online assessment tool, checking in on your wellness, free for individual users, setting a baseline for where you're at, and then allowing you to track your progress over time and giving you tools to improve your well-being. It's something that, whether or not I say tongue in cheek, all NFL players and prospects should be in on. Everyone should be doing it on an individual level too, because there's always stresses. Go check it out today. P-E-N-T-E-N-P-E-P-I-E. I'll get it right. I will spell this thing right. P-I-E-T-E-N-T-I-A-L, Potential.com, Andy. But Potential also brings us our prospect of the day, safety Jaden Hicks out of Washington State, 6'2", 211 pounds, 49 solo tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 2 interceptions. Tell me what you know about this guy and why you know that I'm right, that pick 107 is a sweet spot to get this kid.
And a partridge in a pear tree with all those stats, right, Adam?
Woo!
Listen, Jaden Hicks is a very interesting prospect for the Giants. He has the size at the safety position that you really like to see. That 6'2", 211 frame. He's, he can help up in the run game with that type of size, but he's also big enough, in the pass game to be able to get to balls that maybe some other players can't.
Yeah.
I think he's a very interesting prospect. He seems like the type of guy that Joe Shane and Brian Daboll would be interested in, just because he's also a very high IQ player, right?
Yeah.
He's not the crazy athlete gonna run a 4.29 40. I think he ran a 4.5 40. So his top line speed is not where it is, but he provides significant versatility when you talk about the defensive back position. And you look at his IQ, he is a high IQ player, knows where to be, reads the quarterback, knows where he needs to be on the field to make plays. That's the type of guy I could see the Giants taking, to your point, with maybe a third round pick.
Yeah, listen, you go over and you look at Draft Buzz right now. He can go anywhere from, they talk about him being, looking at the role, zone box, strong safety. You mentioned the 4.5 40, obviously, so he's not going to be a burner. But I do like the way, as you watch some of these highlights here, nose for the ball, does a nice job assessing the line of scrimmage too, like sees and then commits, not in a bad way, as in a delayed step. It's, I'm going to make sure that that quarterback is handing that ball off, and then I'm going to go ahead and close down on that running gap. You see him closing out on the edge against the quarterback too on scramble plays, and then some of the hand skills, even going back deep there. Watch him against Polk there against Washington, who obviously we talked a lot about with Roma Dunze, seems to show some skill and some range there. The third round grade, and talking about him going overall 84, but it's a safety. Maybe he drops back. 70 is going to be pretty high and pretty hard for the Giants to, I think, commit to a safety at that spot with their other areas of need. I get, I'd stop short of saying, oh, do you target and trade up for him? But if he falls down the board a little bit, when you look at a lot of mocks and you see him making it into that 107 range, that's where I think that if he's there for the Giants, you'd be pretty excited to plug him in there and end up bringing kind of a switch over. Go over to a little more physicality coming out of your safety area, as opposed to that athletic freak that Xavier McKinney was, which gives you a lot of explosive plays, dynamic playmaker. But maybe I want to be a little more bruising, right? Maybe Shane Bowen wants to thump a little bit more when it comes to playing in the secondary for the New York Football Giants.
And Adam, keep in mind, Xavier McKinney no longer with the Giants. There is an
Right.
area of need, and Jaden Hicks is a guy that you can spend mid-round draft capital to get, fill the room, and you can have him with Dame Belton, Jason Pinnock, Jalen Mills, and really create a bunch of unique formations and looks that the offense will have to game plan for.
You better believe it, man. We will do this all week long, all over the next 2 weeks, as we talk about prospects to watch for and start to think about the second, third, fourth, fifth round, sixth round, moving back in, maybe bringing assets, maybe trading players. We don't know what's going to happen, but there's a lot of players, a lot of talented players out there for Big Blue to look at.